Things are really heating up right now on the Ethereum network. We've seen an explosion of user activity and also the Ethereum price itself. So I want to tell you why this is happening and what I think is going to happen next. I want to talk about this as a blockchain developer who works with the Ethereum protocol on a daily basis. You know, what I'm seeing and what you need to understand. Okay. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a developer. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash the like button down below and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to learn how to master blockchain step by step from start to finish, then head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp to get started today. So one of the biggest things that's driving demand for Ethereum right now is decentralized finance, or, DeFi for short. And I've been talking about this a ton on my channel lately, over and over again. But it's really important to talk about because there's so many new faces here, and DeFi really has changed the game quite a bit. All right. I'm going to tell you why in the rest of this video and why it's driving so much demand for the Ethereum network. Okay. So if the cryptocurrency bull market that we're in right now actually keeps up and it actually does look like, the last bull run that we saw in 2016, 2017, some scenarios are likely to play out in a very similar way, right? But some things are probably going to be different. And I think Ethereum is going to be one of the big reasons for that. So here's why. So the first reason is that there's new ways to get tokens. All right. So during the last big cryptocurrency bull run, we had ICOs, which were initial coin offerings, where basically someone could create a cryptocurrency to raise money for their own project. And, people could contribute. They could buy this cryptocurrency and hope that the price would go up, which created a ton of demand for the Ethereum network back then. All right. I mean, the Ethereum price rose like crazy when ICOs were happening because basically you had to own Ethereum in order to contribute to a lot of these ICOs. Basically, these people would launch cryptocurrencies with smart contracts, ERC20 tokens, and you had to purchase them with Ethereum and you get their token. And so you fundamentally had to hold Ether in order to participate in that. And that drove the price up like crazy. Okay. So we're probably going to see some traditional ICOs in this bull market as well. But there is a new way to get cryptocurrency without having to purchase it, in an ICO like that. And that's through liquidity mining. Okay. That's basically where you put, money inside of a Dapp, a blockchain based application powered by smart contracts that earns you interest for, depositing funds, and it also earns you interest for borrowing funds. But in both of those scenarios, you earn additional tokens from the platform as a bonus for doing this. And that's a new token distribution method that's different from the traditional ICO model. And so I've done several videos on my channel recently about, compound finance and how you can earn passive income with that. So go check out those videos if you haven't seen them already. But that's the basic idea. Liquidity mining is a big deal. It's different from the traditional ICO model that we saw back in 2017. And it's one of the big reasons that we saw the Wi-Fi token take off recently. That was a 100x return in 6 days. Okay. So Wi-Fi is also a DeFi app, and you initially had to earn the Wi-Fi tokens through liquidity mining. And there's already other projects who are planning to distribute tokens this way. And I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more because this has become so popular lately. So because of this new way to get tokens, this has got a lot of eyeballs on Ethereum. There's a huge hype around DeFi right now. And I think that's one of the big reasons that the Ethereum price is going up like it is. I mean, just like in the last big bull run, you had to own Ethereum to contribute to most ICOs. And in this way, you kind of have to own Ethereum in order to do liquidity mining, because even if you use some other token and, put it in there, like DAI, for example, like a stable cryptocurrency whose price doesn't change, you still have to own Ethereum to pay the gas fees in order to interact with any of these smart contracts like Compound, for example. So if you want to use DeFi, you have to hold Ether to pay gas fees on the network. So the next major reason that I think that DeFi is going to generate a ton of demand for Ethereum is because of DEXs. Okay. So what are those? Well, those are decentralized exchanges. So these are cryptocurrency exchanges that are powered by smart contracts that are native to the blockchain. So Uniswap is probably the most popular DEX right now. Okay. So this is where basically you just say, hey, I have one token, let's say Ethereum, for example, and I want to buy a different token. Let's just say, DAI, or just, any token's fine. Let's just say BAT, because that's the first thing that popped up that, caught my attention. So all you do is say, I have this much Ether, I want to buy this much BAT. And you just click enter and it swaps and you get the token, you see the price. Okay. And there's some really sophisticated technology happening behind the scenes here. It's called an automated market maker. Okay. And this is different from how a regular exchange works, where basically you have buy and sell orders and you have candlestick charts, a lot like you'd see here on a traditional centralized exchange like Coinbase. So Uniswap has done a few things. It's simplified the process of purchasing tokens. It makes it a lot less scary, but it's also got that really sophisticated technology on the back end. So I might actually do another video about that to talk about it more in depth because it's really fascinating. And so those are great, user experience benefits for Uniswap. But I think there are a few use cases that really drive demand for this, and also the Ethereum network, which is you can buy and sell tokens really early on Uniswap without waiting for them to hit a centralized exchange like Coinbase or Binance, for example, right? So if you want to get in really early, ground floor in a new cryptocurrency, like the barrier of entry for getting on Uniswap is so minimal compared to, a centralized exchange like Coinbase. And so a lot of people are going to have Ethereum wallets set up ready to purchase the tokens on Uniswap as soon as they come out. And also you don't have to KYC like you would on a normal exchange. You don't have to give them your ID. All you have to do is have some Ethereum in your wallet, have an Ethereum wallet like MetaMask installed, and you're ready to go. So one of the last big reasons that I think Ethereum adoption is going to really go up a lot during this cycle is because the tokens are really valuable. These DeFi tokens that I've been talking about. Okay. So, during the last cycle, basically we had all these projects that were saying, here's this grand vision of what we're going to do, right? Buy our token and watch the price go up. So the price of these tokens, tanked quite a bit. I mean, some of them lost like 90+% of their value. And there were no actual projects shipped, okay? So it's different with some of these DeFi tokens, all right? So for example, the Synthetics Network token, and this was a 100x token. If you purchased it, last January, last spring, you would have 100x returns, okay? So Synthetics quickly rose to an all-time high, right? But it didn't just crash back down to zero, okay? So there's lots of reasons for that, but one of the main reasons I think is that the token actually has, real value in the ecosystem, because if you take your Synthetics tokens and you stake them in a project that's live, then you can earn, a cut of the trading fees. I mean, Synthetics is a real app. It has real use case. People are trading on it. And if you hold Synthetics tokens, then you can, participate in the ecosystem, pool your liquidity, and, there's a real value in it. Same kind of thing with the Aave token that also 100x'd, and then also, the Wi-Fi token as well. And so people are seeing this, they're seeing this opportunity to, get in on these DeFi tokens that are, going to go up, that have way less likely chance that they're just going to crash and burn because the tokens actually have value in the ecosystem. And so the last thing that I'm really excited to see for Ethereum in this cycle is better UX. Okay. So these dApps have come a long way in the last 2 years. I've watched a lot of these come up kind of out of nowhere. And, sometimes it's challenging when people go use them. Like, you go use Uniswap. If you're not very initiated, you have to connect your MetaMask wallet. And you might say like, hey, why do I have to have an Ethereum wallet in order to do this? Why do I have to have a special browser extension? Well, I think there's actually going to be a better opportunity for much more casual retail investors. Okay. So that was one of the major factors in the last big, bull cycle, was that, retail investors, basically people who are just getting on the internet and saying, how do I buy Bitcoin, right? How do I participate in ICO? Google investors, basically. They were a huge factor, right? It's one of the reasons the price shot up like crazy and then fell really fast. And we've seen another really big retail investor trend in the stock market right now with like Robinhood, for example. So you guys know about that? It's like an app where you can basically trade stocks on your phone. It's a really simple user interface. You just click some buttons and make some trades, right? So we're about to get a really similar experience on the Ethereum network for more casual retail investors who want to just buy on mobile, right? They don't have to download MetaMask and all that kind of stuff. And that's going to be with the Dharma app, okay? So this is not like product placement or sponsorship or anything like that. It's just a project I've followed quite a bit over the last, year or so. And they've introduced a way to use Uniswap on mobile without MetaMask, okay? So I actually did a video on Dharma recently where I kind of walk you through the app and how to set it up. I think it's a really great crypto onboarding solution because people can just, if they have Apple Pay installed in their phone and they have a a debit card already linked, then all they have to do is, download the app, click a few buttons, and they have DAI, like a stable cryptocurrency whose price doesn't change, in their app. And they can just start earning, passive income interest that way. But then they can also, participate in token speculation with Uniswap straight from their phone. So this is going to be a big deal for, retail investors, basically the Robinhood traders having a great time over in the stock market. And once they see that, crypto coins are doing 2x, 5x, 10x, 100x, then that's going to attract a lot of people to just download this with hardly any friction. They can just get started instantly. So I highly recommend downloading Dharma and checking it out if you haven't already. You check out those videos that I did about it as well. I think it's going to be a major game changer for people who want to get into this space. So that's why I think we're seeing all this crazy demand for the Ethereum network. And I don't see this really slowing down anytime soon. All right. So that means that this is a great time to be a blockchain developer, especially on Ethereum. Blockchain development is a high income skill. There's lots of demand for blockchain developers, and you're way more likely to make money with blockchain development over the long term. Okay. And you might be able to speculate on some cryptocurrency and get some good gains in the short term. But by actually digging in and mastering, blockchain development skills, you can much more conservatively, solve your cash flow problem. So if you want to do that, how can you get started today? You can go to my YouTube homepage and find any of my free courses listed there. They're like Udemy courses, but they're totally free. Okay. Or if you like those and you want to take the next step, or hey, maybe you want to take a massive shortcut entirely, then you can head on over to dappuniversity.com/bootcamp. I can show you how to master blockchain step by step from start to finish, build a real world DeFi app. All right. So that's all I've got. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.